right, so the show is definitely lit, so I think we can all agree on that. And something else that we can all agree on is that, you know, these days you got to stay fly. You got to stay ahead of the game. Social media is here. Everybody's turned on, you know, tapped into the latest fashion. And it does cost a little bit of money to look fly. So I got a couple of guests here in studio today. We're going to be talking about the lifestyle that you're living when it comes to staying cool, staying fashionable. Does it have to cost a lot of money? Does it cost you a lot of money? And like Willis was saying, we'll be checking out some of your answers on social media right there. But you see a lot of sneakers, okay? The shoe game is part of the staying fly. And I have some guys here with me who know a lot about the shoe game. So I'm going to let you go ahead and introduce yourself, and we'll just go down the line.
All right. My name is Klein Manga. I'm a collector and also an event organizer on the side.
All right, we'll talk about that a little bit later on. Ule mse. Ule boys.
Naitwa Kenya Mureithi. Mtaani naitwa More. Social media naitwa Soul Republic. Na mimi hook up na wase na mali legit, mali origi, lakini sasa na ya soko.
Okay, sawa. And lastly?
My name is George Ruto, or on social media I'm known as Rono. I'm a sneaker collector, and I trade, I sell, and I help people get rare pairs.
Okay.
Particularly.
Now, this culture is growing in Kenya. I didn't even know it was this massive to where people can create an event around it.
Right.
But young people are spending money when it comes to looking fly. Why do you think that is? I mean, I think social media has a lot to do with it, and the fact that now we are so connected with the West and with people in the UK, and we're not, so we can see what is happening out there. What else do you think has contributed to the pressure that people are faced with these days to have the latest?
I agree. Social media has played a huge role simply because it's exposed a lot of people to things we did not know. We get to see exactly what celebrities are wearing. When they take pictures, they tag the specific brands they're wearing. So I think that goes a long way in creating the desire for a specific brand, or to save or to spend ridiculous amounts of money to get, be it quality or just hype products, whether it's clothing, shoes, or whatever. So I think, yeah, social media has gone a long way into pushing the...
Speaking of expensive stuff, George, you're a collector, designer shoes.
Yes. Yes, sir.
What's the most expensive shoe that you ever bought?
I must say it's the Yeezy Boost.
This right here?
Yeah, the 750 Boost.
All right,
They
so
cost,
this is, tell us about this. This is the Yeezy?
Yeah, they're definitely a legit pair. I do my best to make sure I keep and cop the legit one. They sell out at about $350, but in the aftermarket, the resale market, you're looking at about $1,400.
$1,400 is how many shillings?
You're looking at about 140,000.
140,000 shillings on shoes.
Yes.
What does your mother think about that? I mean, come on, man.
Probably she's watching right now. But at the same time, it appreciates in value. It wasn't the same price it was last year.
So you can resell it later.
It's like a small plot at the same time.
140K. Ama uuze. Unauzanga zako aje?
Actually, what's I gonna nikwambia kitu cha kwanza. Siwezi mind.
Siwezi mind. Ukwenda
kiatu sana kufika hiyo league. Niza try saka sana.
Iba zako ni second hand.
Yeah, zangu ni second hand. Yeah, bado legit. By the way, nangoja kupata probably nitapata hii Parade Black hizi like 2-3 years kama 2020 hivi. Nitakuwa nazo. First pay kitoka hivi soko nita make sure nimeget. So anyway, see story. I guess see story na do sana.
Because not everyone can afford that.
Yeah. But
you know.
Yeah. So mostly guys who come to me are mostly guys who know legit stuff. Go online, check the prices, wana your story ni ngumu kiasi. So wanani hit up and niuliza, naweza pata, namwambia 2-3 weeks or even a month. Because now you be getting that pair when it's second hand, it comes to Nairobi in second, it's very hard, ni ngumu tu sana. So inabidigi na hand.
Lakini umesema zako ni legit, kuna zenye umeleta hapa?
Kuna zenye umeleta. Kuna kaa hizi tubulars, hizi ni Adidas tubulars, probably kuna msako nazo. Hizi ni Air Max 2016. bado ni za soko. So unachiki bado ziko na dust kiasi. Ule mlami alikuwa amezivaa hiyo side nyingine.
Alibaba kidogo.
Alikuwa kwa mlami anaoga poa. Yaani ama alikuwa place haina lami poa. Then kuna those Adidas's.
Okay.
Alafu kuna this is my most prized, I think ile niko na hapo most expensive. This is Jordan 4s. Hizi zikiwa mpya ni $100. 140 to 100.
Hata unauza na dollars?
Hapana, si unajua sasa si euro na lakini wewe niambia mimi nasema ikiwa mpya ni kitu ka dola so.
Okay.
Lakini mimi niko mtaani ukiwa na tao zako 3.5 na kuruka very fast.
Unapata kiatu. So, like I was saying, there is a lot of pressure. Do you find that as a collector, you find people kind of doing outrageous things just to get the shoes, you know, like selling property or staying up all night on auction sites? I mean, how crazy does it get?
Yeah, because the pairs that, as he said, some of the prices are driven up by how rare the pairs are. So we have people who camp outside shopping malls, who stay up all night online just waiting for the second, because some of these pairs, like the Yeezys, they sell out in 1 minute. And sometimes it's even seconds.
Wow.
So yeah, so sometimes you have to really sacrifice. It goes a long way into getting some of these pairs. And some of them are actually an investment. Because, as he said, you can get them if you're able to...
Because they're such a limited edition.
Yeah, they're limited edition. And if you can get it within that 1 minute for $350, you're about to sell it for triple the price online. And there are people who are now actually willing to pay triple the price.
Do your friends or family who are not into this understand what you do?
Actually, no. Some of them think I'm a bit ridiculous when I talk about... That's exactly what they will say. You wear it and you walk. But it's something, it's a passion you have to be born with. So, some is born, it's a culture that grows in you. So for a long time, I think my mother alone understands because I love shoes since I was a baby. I was born, I would cry to sleep in shoes. So it's not something that came out there.
So what does your closet look like? How many pairs?
Well,
or you got a room for them? Or
there's half a room for them.
There's like a half a room for them?
Yeah.
So what do you think about that pressure? Because, you know, we got a lot of young people here on the show who come dressed very fashionably. And they might look at this and say this is something that they want but can't really achieve with their budgets, or some still in high school. But they still wanna look cool. Do you think this sets a standard of like that we can't achieve, you know, like it puts pressure on them to feel like, man, people are living the life and I'm just here in my, you know,
there's a pressure, but I think that's where China comes in and ruins the market for the legit pairs, I must say, because you'd go out and find the same thing I'm talking about, 140,000 is 5,000 shillings. So if the idea is about to look like me or to look as cool as that guy, you can easily get the same pair, but it depends now on an individual how you feel about it. If you really want a shoe and you want something that's legit, you can wait for a second-hand pair like he says. You can get a brand new pair if you actually are willing to stay up all night and cop the pair. So the pressure is on. You do feel it if you do like the culture. Some really don't care.
So, Ikinya, uzangi za China, yeah?
Uzangi.
How do you know the difference?
Hiyo story ya China. Unajuaga tu kiangalia. Kama hii Jordan, you see this Jordan inakaa tu fiti. Lakini ya mchengo inakaa nikaa ina hanguo. Ngena piga sama, yani nimejiachilia design nyingine si poa. Hiyo na yani si kitu fiti. Then once unajua pia mali legit, mali origi ukishaweka tu nguo ndani. Na wewe kingine leo hata kwa mfumo macho. Utajua hapa ndio story iko.
So, you know, are ladies represented in this culture as well? I've been a sneakerhead my whole life. I have never bought anything this expensive.
Yes.
But what's the representation like? Are chicks into this stuff?
Not as much as guys, I would say. But yes, there are ladies who are really into sneakers. And funny enough, because we have an Instagram page called Sneaker Conference Kenya, most of the direct messages we get, inquiries, come from women more than men. Asking for female pairs, unisex pairs. And yeah, so I think there's space for women as well. Yeah, just as...
All right, well, we've got women and men here in our audience. I'm going to toss it back over to Willis, who we're standing by with our audience, to get some views on our conversation here. Over to you, Willis.
Yes, sir. Okay, so we're out here and we want to find out more. As you can see here, the 10 over 10 audience is also checking out. You're Nyango, lakini you're sinini. Yes, sir. So that's how you do it right here. So let's take a look at the sneakers as well. There they are over there, apart from my shoes. People here donning their own shoes right here on the 10 over 10 set. The audience wako sawa, wako sawa hapo hivyo. Na pia watatuambia mambo. All right, so we're going to interact with a few of them here to find out what their views are. Sasa, kwa ile side ingine tunasikia my different sneakers wakisema sijui bei, sijui ni 140,000, ingine mpya Yeezys, brand new Yeezys, about 350,000 Kenya shilling. Pesa taslim. Pesa taslim. So tuanze na wewe kaka. What about hizi brand ziko sawa? Ama hizi ni zile za design na origin kutoka China. Yeah, good stuff. So tuambie, what is your view about the sneaker view?
Like the shoe industry is much growing and they are pretty expensive. Like mine, I bought them at $60. Yeah, it was back in January. So it grows. So every time you buy the Y3s and in the market you see there's Yeezys. So you just have to buy shoes. Yeah.
So you buy shoes to keep up.
Yeah, you keep up with the trend.
Keep up.
Sure.
All right, awesome. So let's go to a lady now. What is your view about the fashion culture and the sneakers? I see you dress different and put some sneakers to touch.
First of all, I love hip-hop so much. So something to do with hip-hop. Like, this one is for Versace.
Yeah. Versace. Well, all right then.
Yeah. Some tomboy look. I like it. I bought them at 3,500.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, who else? Let's see. Oh, yeah, yours. Okay. Like, I would have socks like in any issue. So tell us about your sneakers and how much you spent for them.
Oh, okay. Mine were bought at 7,500. Yeah, in the market when they were still in the exhibition. Yeah, new arrival from America, New York. Yeah.
Brand new. All right. Okay. Yes. What about yours? Talk about yours as well.
They were bought by my mom on my birthday.
Shout out to your mom. What up? All right. So, General, would you see? Let me talk to you. Would you see a bunch of Yeezys in an 140K, 100K? Would you save up to buy them if you could?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true.
Na ukizisave utazibuy uziweke kwa glass ama utazinunua?
Unajua inasemekananga hivi starehe ni gharama. Saa kwa hivyo unajua starehe ni gharama, lazima ustarehe.
Unajua kung'ara sio ni kitu unangoja ati lazima uambiwe ama ati nini. Kung'ara ni kitu obvious.
Ili Timberland 4,500. Yeah.
Some Timbs. Pesa utas.
Kung'ara ni lazima. Saa hizi ni za 25 or si more. But kung'ara pia inabidi sometimes. Yeah. Na pia unajua shoe industry pia ina grow. Mimi pia ni muuzaji mmoja wao. Pia promotion lazima itakaa.
So iko sawa.
Yeah. Made in Italy by the way.
All right. Yeah. And the last one is in a different design hapa hivi.
Mastercraft design from Dubai. I just bought a week ago.
About a week ago.
It's so new. From Kitengela, Mike Place is the place to be.
All right, so there you go. We want to hand it over to Joy Mudengi to continue the conversation on the other side as well. So, peace. Over to you, Joy. Hashtag 10 over 10. Let go.
Okay, so some very interesting feedback over in the audience there. I like the fact that regardless of where the shoes come from, how expensive they are, they're really proud to rock them, and that's what it's all about. We put up a poll earlier on Twitter asking you how much you spend to look cool every month. And someone here, DJ Small, is saying 140 G's kwa kiatu, boss, you need deposit ya Pro Box. Vincent Chalo says he spends less than 5K per month. Simplicity. So you have a whole range of answers here. I was told I have to talk about this shoe. Who wants to talk about this shoe? I hear I'm holding a lot of money right here.
We'll let George talk
George, go ahead. Tell me about this shoe.
That's an Italian brand. That's Meso Margiela. It's a pretty expensive shoe as well. It's one of those shoes that were hyped up by some major artists in the US. Costs about $1,000. That's about $100,000 for that pair of shoe. Those ones don't really have the upmarket or difference like the Yeezys, but they're standard. Like when they release and they sell, it's at $1,000.
So you don't wear these shoes, you just keep them in your house?
Some of them for collection, like those and that one, those are shoes that actually I collected from, I sold to and collected to a personal friend.
Okay.
So he's a big collector. He has stacks of these kind of shoes.
Keep them in mint condition.
Mint
Become a gari, how people have like motor shows
exactly.
and that type of thing.
When comes the time, you can carry all those shoes and sell them out at quite a good price.
Yeah, so in biashara actually.
Yeah,
we're going to wrap up in a little bit, so maybe you can tell us, Klein, about the event, the sneaker conference that's coming up.
Yes, so sneaker conference is going to be happening at the Alchemist in Westlands on Monday, which is a holiday. So if you have nothing better to do that afternoon, you're welcome to come join us. It's actually an experience we're trying to create. And sneaker conference, our tagline is actually buy, sell, and trade. So you don't have to actually have the amount of money to buy. You can come with 1 or 2 pairs from home, try and find somebody with the same taste and size as you and trade. You can come and try and sell. We allow individuals to come. If you have a pair at home you're trying to get rid of, you can actually bring it and try and get somebody to sell it to. So we're actually not just selling expensive sneakers, but we're just trying to give people the experience, showcase what is out there. And because we know there's people in Kenya who love sneakers, as we've seen from our audience.
Yeah, for
they
sure.
do. So we have a variety of a range of prices for the sneakers that will be showcased on Monday at the Alchemist, and entrance is absolutely free.
Okay, what time to what time?
It's from midday to about 8 p.m. and then we have an after party that goes up to midnight.
All right, that's awesome. It's a holiday, so you might as well get out there and check it out.
Yeah.
George, final comments from you as a collector. There might be collectors watching. Maybe they want to get in touch with you as the master collector.
Well, thank you. Yeah. You can reach me on Instagram at Rono with the double R-R-O-N-O. And you can hit me up, my contacts are there. Find me, you can try get anything that you want that's a bit rare. They can be sourced and found.
I think it's really impressive what you're doing, by the way, because it's a business at the end of the day. Ikinya mtu wangu. Ongea na mayouth man.
Mayouth unajua, wanaweza nipata Facebook na Instagram zote naitwa Soul Republic. Kila kitu kwa hapo, namba ya simu, ni hit up to anytime, kitakamali yote, na price fiti, niongea na mimi, tuta negotiate.
Origin.
Origin, nipatie time kidogo ya kutafuta hiyo mali. Lazima ni specify juu squeeze manze. You get guys wearing funny watu wanavaa tu vile
zile designer origin kutoka China.
So kama unataka uko 100% authentic guaranteed, ni hit up. Ndakusort. Hata kama si ASAP, lakini give me some time, mostly 7 days max.
Utapata na vumbi tu kidogo.
Kidogo. Lakini nitakiimpo. Lakini itakuwa na dent.
Well, thank you all for being here. I think it's been an important conversation for us to have, because this is what young people are doing these days. And you know, if you want to stay trendy, it's going to cost you maybe a little bit of money, maybe a lot of money, but whichever way you rock it, as long as you are confident in your style and yourself, that's all that matters. Don't let anyone tell you you have to own these, okay? George is doing a business. Let him do that. We've got much more coming up on 10 over 10, so let's take a look at what's coming up next.